The following is a presentation of the Matt Talk Podcast Network.
This episode and every episode of the Short Time Wrestling Podcast was brought to you by the generous and awesome support of listeners like you. Do your part and go to MattTalkOnline.com/join the team and make your monthly pledge. You'll get some cool rewards and perks like access to my Matt Talk Online statistical almanac, digital preview guides, and even some cool swag like shirts, hats, and pint glasses. MattTalkOnline.com/join the team.
So greetings from Xi'an, China. This is Jason Bryant again with the Matt Talk Podcast Network, and this, the Short Time Wrestling Podcast. This is going to be a little bit of a different episode. So actually, it's going to be a lot different of an episode like I've never done before. And if this is your first time listening, this is not what this show is typically about. So I am currently in Xi'an, China on the 21st floor of the Jiuan International Hotel. This city is about 12 million people. It's about 8:05 in the morning here, so it's 12 hours ahead of Eastern Daylight Time. So it's 8 p.m. Tuesday night when I record this, but 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning, looking over the Northwest University of Political Science and Law. It's out my window. And interesting note that I found out that number fours really aren't really, they're kind of bad luck here in China. So there is no fourth floor. There is no 14th floor. And of course, they also, wow, that's a bird flying actually below me. You can kind of hear that. And there is no 13th floor based on old school superstition. There also is no 24th floor. So there's 26 floors in this hotel, yet that's really not how many there are. But what I'm doing here is I actually am here doing the television for UWW, the broadcast. And Sean Kenny, who some might know from ESPN, he was supposed to be the play-by-play. I was supposed to be the color for this week at the Asian Championships. So Sean had visa issues. I had visa issues, which I've explained on previous episodes and on social media. But what I did here is I decided to record the day one finals, the medal matches, and just play it back for you. And this is the raw audio. So I clipped a lapel mic onto my lanyard, and this is not what went over the broadcast. Now, 90% of this did. But there are going to be situations where you hear coughs, you hear hacks, you hear me drinking water. That is absolutely didn't go on, but I am leaving all that in. So I want to give you fair warning. This is got snorts, it's got coughs. It's sometimes not exactly going to be probably the greatest listening experience. But what I wanted to do was give you guys kind of a little bit of a behind the scenes, if you will, of what I do when I'm working an event with broadcast. Now with television, I have to be a little more buttoned up than not necessarily physically buttoned up, but in terms of my commentary, because if you've listened to me over the years, when I'm doing a webcast, I can be a little bit more conversational, a little more interactive with the fans, especially in social media and such, and, giving people thanks. Like I give Vinay Sawach, who is a journalist out in India, a lot of credit for helping me with these Indian, not the pronunciations as much, but more or less the last names, because they have all sorts of issues with how their passports work in India. So sometimes you'll see, Ravinder, and in this case, Bajrang. Well, it's Bajrang Punia. And Vinay is a guy who actually gives me those last names that I search for, because these athletes definitely, first and last name, that's kind of how it is. So that's, the type of shout out I can't give on a television broadcast. I can slightly, put an homage to someone here and there, but you got to be a little more buttoned up on television. So yes, a little bit of the personality does come through. And when you're working a solo broadcast, and you can't really bounce things off each other. So there's times where there's not a whole lot said. But another part of that is it's also television. So you've got the visuals in front of you. You do not have to explain every move of every second of every match. I don't need to tell you the hand transitions of every internal hand fight if they're switching off from a collar tie to an underhook. Yeah, I do that at points, but I don't need to be talking for 2.5 straight hours, because you as a wrestling fan, if you're going to watch wrestling, you're going to understand some things. Now, where I do explain the rules is when we get into situations where if there is a non-wrestling fan, or if somebody comes across this, and this television broadcast is through pretty much most of the Asian continent, the English-speaking sports channels and such. So a lot of people in China and India, I mean, there's an opportunity for a lot of people to see this. So when we get to the rules, I'll explain them in certain situations, but it's not necessarily okay, here's how many it's a takedown is. I usually explain the situations as they happen. So in this case, we've got 5 weight classes. So we've got 15 matches. We went bronze, gold for these 5. And then what I did is when we got through the first 6 matches, then we got to the awards. Then I actually explained what was going on between the periods or between the matches. Whether I had to, use a facility, whether I had to update some stats, whether I was looking something up, or whether I was just taking a breather when these anthems came through. So you're going to hear a lot of Chinese. You're going to hear a lot of, just background noise. I'll be talking over to the media team during a break. And again, when I'm talking and it's not over the broadcast, I've got what's called a cough button that I hit, and that mutes the audio that comes through the broadcast. And then I hit just the off button during the break. So working with Hit the Roof, the production company that UWW hires. So again, just this is it's not going to be I think a layback play this in your office unless you want to hear a result from a television broadcast that's suited for TV versus radio. If I was doing a radio broadcast, I would be talking, I guess notably more. Or if I was doing an audio only webcast like I actually did back starting, I guess from 2009 to 2011. I did them for USA Wrestling at the World Championship. So again, this is something new. I don't think I'll do this again because again, this is probably a 2.5 hour listening experience. If you want to jump ahead, I do not take offense. Again, if you're annoyed by the costs and the hacks, I just wanted to include all of that so you have a genuine understanding of what's going on. I don't know how much banter was out there. That's just kind of what happened. So hope you enjoy. This was day 1 of the Asian Wrestling Championships from Invengo. I believe it's Invengo. I don't have my notes in front of me. Invengo Gymnasium at Xidian University in Xi'an, China. So place with the Terracotta Warriors and all that stuff. So cue the swoosh, enjoy. And if you make it through here, I'm impressed. Thanks. And hopefully be back in the U.S. April 29th, April 30th. So that's what I got for you. So hello and goodbye here in China.
女士们、先生们，2019年亚洲摔跤锦标赛赛事正式开始。B 台将进行的是自由式摔跤57公斤级铜牌赛，红方运动员塔吉克斯坦 King Cholowindo， 蓝方运动员乌兹别克斯坦 Shafkatov。Now the 2019 Senior Asian Wrestling Championship of April 23rd begins. Now it's on the mat B. Red Picon Chulo Dorodo. Blue Maka Unjong Shakar from Uzbekistan.
And from the ancient city of Xi'an, China, this 3,000-year-old city known for its terracotta warriors, are going to see a different type of warriors take to the mat tonight. It's day 1 of the 2019 Asian Wrestling Championships here from Invengo Gymnasium at Xidian University in Xi'an, China. We will start action at 57 kilos. This is the first of 2 bronze medal matches. This is Hikmatullo Volkidov of Tajikistan in the red. His opponent, Makhmudan Shavkatov of Uzbekistan. Both these wrestlers getting to the bronze medal bout by virtue of losing to an eventual finalist. That's how it works here at International Wrestling. It's called the repechage, but we will come back as we get 1 point on the step out for Shavkatov. When you take your opponent out of bounds under attack, that's how things work. Shavkatov lost to Atrina Garchi. That's Reza Atrina Garchi of the Islamic Republic of Iran in the semifinals. while Vohidov lost to Otrina Garchi in the quarterfinals. Good single leg attempt. Vohidov avoids it. 1-0 lead for Shavkatov, 25 years old, Asian silver medalist. That's the Asian Championships in 2018. Last year there was an Asian Games that was held in Jakarta, Indonesia, an Olympic-style festival. Those are the Asian Games. This is the Asian Championships, and in those championships, Shavkatov was a silver medalist, losing to one of the finalists we'll see here in a bit, Kang Kum-sung of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. We're at 57 kilos. Jason Bryant here with you on behalf of United World Wrestling on the single leg attempt. Countering wrestlers in the middle here. There are 3 mats here in Vengo Gym. Shavkatov in on the single leg, comes up to the hips, covers, plants the hips down for 2 on the takedown. He'll extend his lead to 3-0 here with 1:07 remaining in the first period of action. Men's freestyle. We're here for 6 days. In the first 2 days, we'll have men's freestyle. Then the women will take to the mats. Then we will close out with 2 days of Greco-Roman wrestling. You can hear the officials barking out the instructions. We have 3 officials on a mat, a referee, a judge, and a mat chairman. 2 of the 3 officials have to agree on a call for it to go up on the scoreboard. In Tajikistan, Hikmatullo Vohidov, 17th at the Asian Games. A year ago was 12th at the Asian Championships. Mentioning the differences between the two. The Asian Games are held every 4 years, as an Olympic festival may lead you to believe. Counter offense after the Vohidov shot attempt. And that'll be the first period of action. Here again at 57 kilos. Mahmoudjan Shavkatov, Uzbekistan, there on your screen. This ancient former capital city of China, again, as we mentioned in the open, famous for its terracotta warriors. I actually had a chance to go out and check that out upon arriving here in the People's Republic of China. Quite an impressive feat. Not just of the actual construction, but also the reconstruction. They're driving out of bounds. On the leg attack is Shavkatov. That'll give him 1 more point on the step out. 4-0 lead as we're in the early going of period number 2 here at 57 kilos. Here the official urging blue contact. Vohidov in on his best real attack of the match. Try to limp arm out, but Shavkatov clears that attack, back up to his feet. "50 seconds gone by in period 1. Our format will wrestle bronze at 57, bronze at 57, gold at 57. Then we will go right to 65 and go bronze, gold there. Then we will go awards at 57. Come back around, wrestle bronze, gold at 70. Go awards at 65. Bronze, gold at 79, then go awards at 70. Before we close out with 97 kilos. And then go with the awards following at 79 and 97. Referee giving both wrestlers an attention for interlocking of the fingers. If they disobey that order and they get hit again, that could be a potential caution and a penalty point. Halfway through Second period, Shavkatov, good single leg attempt, can't finish as Volkitov slips away. One minute remains. 2 3-minute periods. Cumulative scoring here in men's freestyle wrestling. Coming up on the 6-year mark since the latest wholesale set of rule changes has made the action fast and furious to borrow an unnecessary movie title. Another sweep single attempt, swings and a miss for Volkitov. Trying to work that short offense. A bundle attempt, at least there looked like it. Shavkatov shucks it off. Maintains good position in the center here. Short time to go here in our first bronze medal bout at 57. And that'll do it. 4-0, and a bronze medal goes to Uzbekistan. Makhmudjan Shavkatov, bronze medalist at 57 kilos.
The match is finished. The winner is Uzbekistan.
碧台将进行第80场自由式摔跤57公斤级铜牌赛，红方运动员印度 Kama Ravi， 蓝方运动员日本 Yuki。
Take it back and look at some of the scoring action from this bout. See Shavkatov, this is the takedown he finishes. And again, international wrestling, you got to have 3 supporting points down. He hit it. Now we'll go to our next bronze medal bout. In the red will be Kumar Ravi of India, U23 world silver medalist back in 2018, so a year ago. U23 age group added. Taking a silver. His opponent knows a little bit about winning. He was a bronze medalist in the 2018 World Championships back in Budapest. But in 2017 in Paris, this man, Yuki Takahashi, world champion. He's 25 years old. So a couple youngsters, 25, and Ravi has to be turning 24 at some point this year. Because again, as the age group indicates, you can't turn 24 in this case. Last year, Ravi had to be 23 throughout the course of that year. That's how that works. It's like the juniors, you cannot turn 21 during the calendar year of competition. Takahashi was upended in the semifinals by Kang of DPR Korea. A very stingy wrestler. I mean, if you get to his legs, you feel like you may be in a good position to score, but he is incredibly tough defensively. Also, like many wrestlers at this weight class, you don't really ever have any slow wrestlers at 57 kilos. .45 gone by in the opening period. We get to that 1 minute mark, we're probably going to see a passivity. Oh, we see an attention, blue action rather. And there's the passivity call, and confirmed by the judge. That's the first one. The second passivity warning will put you on the activity period. We'll explain that as we get to it, because we probably will, based on the level of competition between these two. Ravi was beaten by Kang by technical superiority in the quarterfinals. It's one where you look up and that one was over quickly. There's the passivity warning coming against Takahashi. And that will put him on the clock, the 30-second activity period. He now has 30 seconds to score. or else he will be penalized and Robbie will receive 1 point. Both wrestlers sitting here in the center of the mat. Standing here, rather. They're really not sitting. Takahashi doesn't appear too concerned about giving up this point that he's about to give up. And right there, Robbie will take the 1-0 lead on the passivity point, or the inactivity point. Good sweep attempt. Now looking for a chest lock, and Takahashi thought about taking it over, using it more as a way to squirm out of that position. Now getting hip to hip. And we'll get a fresh start, 30 ticks remaining here in our first period. In Vango Gymnasium on the campus of Zhejiang University, known for its electronic science and technology programs, we're told. Short time here in the first, just the 1-0 lead on the passivity or the inactivity point for Kumar Ravi of India. And we'll go to the break. 30 seconds. Ravi actually did have a victory in the repechage to get here, defeating Liu of Chinese Taipei. "29 different nations registered for the event, just 12 in this weight class, and these matches important as the ranking series and the Continental Championship placement points all go into accruing seeding points for the World Championships coming up in Nur-Sultan, Kazakhstan later this year. That city recently underwent a name change. There's a push out, a step out now as Takahashi drives the action out of bounds. Ties up the score, but effectively takes the lead as the criteria in this case. No overtime in international wrestling. 1-1 on the scoreboard. And with Takahashi scoring last, he has the advantage on criteria. "1-1. Under 2 to go here, 1-1 lead for Takahashi. Looks like the scoreboard maybe you're just running a skosh behind, but 90 ticks remain. Still 1-1. Takahashi, his butt to the center. That's going to make sure that he's not going to get hit for passivity. Usually if you're controlling the center like that, you see the official warning Ravi. Under a minute to go now. Good shot by Ravi. Good sprawl there. And Takahashi looked like he tried to roll it through. And Ravi's going to counter and get 2 on the takedown and take a 3-1 lead here. 43 seconds remaining here in a final period. And we'll get a fresh start. 39 seconds remain. It looked like Takahashi, victim of his own thought process, thought he was going to do one thing, didn't commit enough, and Ravi was there to pounce. Now trying to snap and spin. We got 23 seconds remaining. 3-1 the lead. And Takahashi counters and finishes with the 2 to take a 3-3 lead on Criteria. Under 10 seconds remaining here in our second bronze medal match. And for good measure, there's 2 on the gut wrench exposure. 5-3, 7.5 ticks remain here in our final period in our second bronze medal match at 57 kilos. On the restart. And how quickly things change. It's going to be a bronze medal for your 2017 world champion. Bringing the bronze back to Japan, your winner, Yuki Takahashi. There you see the reverence that the Japanese have for the sport. Always coming off the mat with a bow. And the takedown that gave Takahashi the lead on Criteria and the gut wrench to ice it. Into the finals here momentarily at 57.
摔跤57公斤级冠亚军决赛，有请运动员、教练员、裁判员入场。Next is the match 81 on mat B, the match for the gold and silver medal for 57 kilograms. Now, please welcome the athletes and referees to enter.
Out of our crowd here in Xi'an. Coming to the mat from the Islamic Republic of Iran, that is Reza Atlinagarchi. His opponent from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, 20 years old, that is Kang Hoon-song. Kid has been rock solid here.
And
our first gold medal bout of the event.
The match for gold and silver medal 57 kilogram. Red.
Atlinagarchi from the Islamic Republic of Iran, 11th at last year's World Championships. So bronze medalist at the Asian Games a year ago. Kang, who again, as we mentioned, beat Takahashi in the semifinals. Asian Championships gold medalist a year ago. Asian Games silver medalist. He fell in the finals to Bekbayar Erdenebat of Mongolia. 16th at the 2018 World Championships. He lost in the first round. Atlinagarchi lost in the second round. Both of them having World Championships they'd rather forget. Back to action here. Kang looked for the shuck, but hanging on that collar tie on the left side. Passivity being offered and confirmed against Atlinagarchi. Great wrestling tradition out of Iran. And passivity now being offered and confirmed. An activity period coming. Atrina Garchi, 30 to score. And the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, not always known to take a full roster to the World Championships, but at the Continentals, they're very competitive. When they hit that world stage, their coaches know they're ready to compete. They don't just send athletes to go. They send athletes they believe have shots to win world championships, and some of the most dangerous wrestlers because good in all positions. And there's the 1 point for Kang on the inactivity point. Of course, Iran, some of the most dynamic wrestlers historically. We'll see the return of Reza Yazdani later tonight. Yes, he is not a ghost. 45 to go here in our first period. Not a whole lot happening. Kang with the lead on that inactivity point. Kang back to that collar tie to his left side. Now Atrina Garchi, one of his own. And that'll be the period. 1-0 lead for Kang. Athletes getting instruction from their coaches here in the corner. We come back to action in 2-1. Placement points, also something that's undergone a change here in the last year. We saw these placement points really take hold in 2018, but team scoring is as follows. First place will get you 25 points. Second place with the silver medal will be 20. The bronze medals will get you 15. The fifth place matches, that's the bronze medal losers, will get you 10. And then places 7 through 10 will get you 8, 6, 4, and 2. Tried to go to the overtime. Atrina Garchi slicks. Kang has control, but he's got to drop that supporting point. It's got to be a hip, a shoulder, an elbow, or a head. He drives it through. Is he going to get 4 out of that, or is he going to get 2? 2 and 2 is called for by the official. 4 coming from the judge. And it looks like the 4 was confirmed. And now 2 more. So Atrina Garchi has blown this one wide open. And now a little reversal of fortune. Or just simply a reversal. No, they're going to give him 2 on the exposure there. Very Granby-esque position. Is there going to be exposure there? Looks close to me. See what the call is. I don't see anything confirmed. There's 2 red coming from the judge. It is confirmed as it's gone up on the board. Now 8-3 for Reza Atrina Garchi of Iran. Kang looking disheveled, or disgruntled rather, with the score. There's freestyle wrestling. Points can be put up in a hurry. Kang a shot from space. Counter with a front headlock by Atrina Garchi. Switched off to that over-under. Now Kang looking body lock. Atrina Garchi tries to throw it by, and they call slip throw, white paddled. And we'll come back up to our feet. Might have gotten away with one there. It looked like Trina Garchi was not in the greatest of positions, so he looked like he would throw the old haymaker out there and see if it would land. Actually did get a slip throw out of it. Halfway through the period, 8-3 lead for Reza Trina Garchi of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Kang diving. Trying to work that front head. Little knee dip duck under attempt by Kang. Going to drive the action out of bounds. Garchi, great mat awareness, gets behind, going to get the step out. To go, 9-3 the lead. Kang trying to work that underhook and drive to action towards the edge. To reach for the ankle. High energy here. Trina Garchi just has to maintain good position here and not give up anything foolish. Under 10 to go. Kang trying to look body lock, trying. Tries to step through. Trina Garchi hangs on the leg. Time's going to run out, and you have a gold medalist and an Asian champion. Your winner from the Islamic Republic of Iran, taking home the gold, Reza Trina Garchi.
Gold medal winner is Reza Ahmadali from Iran, and silver medal winner Hong Song from the DPRK. 比赛结束，红方运动员伊朗阿马达里获得自由式摔跤57公斤级冠军，男方运动员朝鲜 Kim Song-kang 获得自由式摔跤57公斤级亚军。
The big points coming there on that move right there as Kang was quad potting up, and Trina Garchi drove the turn over. Now we'll go to our first bronze medal at 65 kilos. Representing the island kingdom of Bahrain, this is Haji Ali. The 11th at the U23 World Championships here. He's 24 years old. We'll see another athlete from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea coming up. This will be Kim Han-song, silver medalist at the Asian Championships in 2017. That was down at 61 kilos. Now, if you're wondering if Mr. Ali is a native of Bahrain, no, he actually started his career at the Russian Federation, but Bahrain and its, dare you say, neighbor, Qatar, are trying to increase their Olympic sports profiles. And Mr. Ali is part of that. But right now, Mr. Kim doesn't care about that. He scores the first takedown pretty quickly and looking to go gut wrench, 2 on the exposure. So quickly 4-0. And now with the ankle lace or the cross ankle, whichever you want to call it, wherever you are from around the world, the technique, one of the most efficient and most deadly in wrestling. That's 2. And are we going to see a quick technical superiority? One more turn will do it. Over he goes. Is the 2 confirmed? Yes, it's confirmed in a quick technical superiority, the 10-point spread, and the victory, and the bronze to the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, your winner at 65 kilos, Kim Han-song.
亚洲锦标赛65公斤级第3名。是这样的，我们这边是拿着大会的流程表，大会的流程表是升班场，我们这边有流程表。如果你没有你是大会更加内部人员的话，
I see the pressure applied. Mr. Ali not too pleased with how he's going to feel on that one, but there's the hand raised and the bronze medal again for Kim Han Song of DPR Korea.
65 kilograms, the first bronze medal goes to Han Seung-kim from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
That was a quick one, folks. Just like that, points can score in bunches.
下面将进行的是第83场自由式摔跤65公斤级铜牌赛，红方运动员伊朗黑马，蓝方运动员乌兹别克斯坦哈萨诺。Now the second match for men's freestyle 65
And coming to the mat in the red from the Islamic Republic of Iran, already on the mat is Peyman Biabiani. There you see him right there, the youngster, 9th at the Dmitry Korkin tournament this year. Not a whole lot credential-wise for this youngster. His opponent, Sirojiddin Hasanov, 23 years old, from Uzbekistan. Asian Games bronze medalist a year ago. Was 12th at the World Championships in 2018, losing in the second round to Chikayev of the Russian Federation. And it looks like we're set to go. Spoke too soon. We are not set to go. Again, this event leading up to the Senior World Championships in Nur-Sultan, Kazakhstan, September 14th through 22nd. Thank you folks from around the world watching this United World Wrestling presentation of the Asian Senior Wrestling Championships here in Xi'an, China. This historic city, over 3,000 years old. The impressive opening ceremonies prior to our finals put the history and culture of this nation on display, as well as some of its current pop culture influences. These wrestlers on the bottom half of the bracket both lost to finalist Bajrang Punia of India. It was the quarterfinal victory by Bajrang that put Biabani down here on the bottom half. Well, Bajrang Punia knocked off Hasanov in the semifinals. Crowd of youngsters here taking in all the action. Also, you see just below our fans some of our main corporate sponsors of the United World Wrestling events: Suplees, Taishan Mats, Defense Soap, Nike Wrestling. Now we've got things rolling. And already, the official admonishing Hasanov Little too heavy on the hands here in the first 5 seconds of the bout. And Biabani doing a good job controlling the center here in the early going. Both trading the over-unders. Biabani trying to push the action towards the zone. That's that orange circle you see. And Hasanov looked to be baiting him towards the edge, maybe try to reverse direction and get that quick step out. Referee again telling Hasanov blue zone, needs to move back in. And there's the passivity warning. Well, more or less the attention for passivity. The warning is officially the next one. It's like you get the attention, then the warning, and then the second, the second official boom is the activity period. And there you see the arm out. The paddle come up from the judge across the mat. And that is the aforementioned second official warning. And boom, we are on the activity period. See it there on your screen, 30 seconds counting down. Minute 10 to go here in this period. Biabani tries to throw that underhook by. Drops down to the leg. Try to shelf it and limp arm out would be the best course of action. Well, can't quite do that. Good defense by Hasanov. 1 point for Biabani on the inactivity point. Biabani had a thriller in the opening round, a 7-7 criteria win over Yerlan Bike of China. $15 to go here in the period. And that's the break. So again, 3-minute first period, a 30-second break. Yes, the break is time. And of course, it's become a theme amongst international wrestling fans to pay attention to this towel wave phenomenon we've had in the corner. This is something that's almost as old as the sport of wrestling itself. It's not like we've got air conditioning blowing right in these guys' face, so perhaps the term thunderflap may be embraced. We haven't quite gotten the confirmation from United World Wrestling on that. See if we can get it added to the rule book. And there's another, hey, international sign of admonishment, the finger wag. Oh, quick shot there by Biabani. Keep wanting to add an extra syllable there. Driving through, tries to double off. Gets extended, though. Solid defense here by Hasanov. Walking through the crotch and looked like he was almost dead to rights there. But a good job extending Biabani on that attempt and not giving up any points. And now you're seeing Biabani hit with that passivity. Single leg. Trying to counter with the chest lock is Hasanov. Biabani's got to be careful here, but no, he's going to cover the hip. Got to make sure he keeps his hips low. Is he going to give up anything? No, he doesn't. Looks like the referee threw up the wrong points initially, so it's 2 red confirmed. Referee on the mat initially threw up 2 blue, but quickly corrected himself, and 2 red confirmed, so Biabani. 1:06 remaining. Maintained good position, kept his hips low. Got enough pressure to come through and complete the 2-point takedown. Now Hasanov looking body lock. Biabani keeping his hips back. And they'll blow it dead. Biabani drives that underhook, big step and throw. Hasanov going to come out with anything yet? Now he's going to come out with 2, and he's got some time to work in parterre. Gonna try to pop the hips. Oh, so close. One more burst and didn't quite get the time, so 11 seconds to go. A score here by Hasanov will be enough to give him the tie in criteria. But does he have anything left in the tank? Got Biabani on his knees. Now got it working that body lock. Short time, he's got to go now. Slip throw, nothing doing. Bronze medal, Peyman Biabani, Islamic Republic of Iran. And the official hand raised the bronze medal again. To Iran, we've got a gold and a bronze for the Islamic Republic of Iran here on our 2 weights.
Peyman Biabani from Iran.
And the back handspring sticks the landing. I give it an 8. Here's a sequence where Biabani just patience.
下面将进行的是自由式摔跤65公斤级冠亚军决赛，有请运动员、教练员、裁判员入场。
I want you to bring my bronze medal back to Iran. Now coming to the mat. From Kazakhstan, it's 27-year-old Sayatbek Okasov. Asian Games bronze medalist. And his opponent, one of the most exciting and entertaining wrestlers in the world today. That man right there from India, 25-year-old Bajrang Punia. U23 world silver medalist in 2017, senior world silver medalist in 2018, had that wild battle last year with Takudo Odoguro of Japan. These two met a year ago at the Asian Games in Jakarta. In the first round, that match went to Punia 12-2, so it was a technical superiority victory a year ago at the Asian Games. Right now, there are a few wrestlers that have the pace of Bajrang. Win or lose, he is going to just wear you down. And before he can get to wearing anybody down, looks like we have to clean up some perspiration here on our wrestling surface. Not sure if that's a sham wow or not, but wrestlers don't seem that concerned about it. This guy is checking out the stats at arena.unitedworldwrestling.org. Sitting here at Invengo Gymnasium in Xidian University here in Xi'an, China. In case you're wondering what the stuffed animal is next to said coach there, that is the challenge brick, which ever since the Junior Worlds, it was probably 10 years ago in Finland, the host country of the maker of the popular app Angry Birds, Rovia, I believe is the name of the company. That's the Finnish company that, for the next thing you know, we had a red bird and a blue bird. And since then, it's been stuffed animals. We had Effie in Paris. Back in the United States, they've used pillow pets of various professional sports teams. Back in the Brazil, the Rio Games, they used the mascot Vinicius and put a red and blue singlet on him. So last year at Budapest, they did not do the thrown cubes or the thrown challenge bricks or the stuffed animals, or if it's Angry Birds. Yeah, they used actually stoppers, like game show buttons almost, like, no whammy, stop on that side. So that would indicate that the scoreboard would flash and it wouldn't actually stop the action. And what was interesting about the technology that they had introduced with the challenge is if you didn't have a challenge and you hit that button, it didn't do anything. So it was programmed in to the MatSide software, which was interesting from my perspective, at least in Budapest, as I was the PA announcer for that event. And, you'd see the challenge flash. And, of course, sometimes with that button being right there at the end of the match, and the coaches would be frustrated, they'd just hit the button and walk off. So this facility on the south side of Xi'an. So if you pull up your maps, and there you see President Nenad Lalovic taking in the action here. He's had a busy week. He started the week in Bucharest at the European Championships. That's what you call fill, folks. Looks like we're ready to go. And blow the whistle. Underway now. Bajrang Punia in the blue. And I guess the officials are throwing in chickens. Yes, there's the red, the blue, and then we have to figure things out with the scoreboard. Everything you need to know about stuffed animals here in Xi'an, folks. Glad I'm able to educate you. All right. Let's have the wrestlers educate us on some single eggs and some double eggs and some parterre offense. And how about that? Okasov. Get on that single leg. Try to drive it out. Looking trip. And Bajrang's just going to bail out. And he is going to give up the 2. A whole lot you can do in that position. Thought about trying to fight it, but you can get hit for a flea. A lot of things can happen there, but he's confident in his scoring abilities. I'll tell you, there's going to be more than 2 points scored in this bout. Okasov, 27 years old. Sweep single there by Okasov. Changing directions is Bajrang. Can't quite finish it. And now Okasov with 2 more. Almost caught him with the lace. 4-0 here in the early going. Mr. Okasov going, yeah, that might have been a tack last year. I've been working on my stuff. So we get a fresh start. 4:32 on our clock, so minute 30 left. But he has short offense now. Okasov counters with a front headlock. Standing position. And inside collar tie. Okasov drops down, thought about a sweep single. And Punilla again pushing the action. This guy doesn't get tired. Under a minute to go. Bajrang still pushing the pace on the edge despite trailing 4-0. Oh, a nice foot sweep attempt. Almost caught him, but Bajrang drops down to the snatch single. Limp arms out, gets 2 and the takedown to cut the lead in half. Now 4-2. Traps that back leg with the back bow. And we'll get a fresh start. 21 seconds remain here in the period. 4-2 lead for Sayatbek Okasov of Kazakhstan. Oh! Big throw on the edge. What's going to happen? Just one. Bajrang doing a great job of not giving up any exposure, and we will get a challenge coming in from the red corner. Just the 1 point on the step out was confirmed on the mat. And now Okasov's like, you know what? Nah, I don't need to challenge that. Each athlete gets 1 challenge per bout. If they lose it, of course, they don't get it back and they lose a point. And we'll go to the break. 5-2 lead for Sayatbek Okasov of Kazakhstan. There you see the replay. From my angle over here, it looked like he almost did, but that replay clearly shows that Mr. Bajrang Punilla did not expose. After this bout, we will go to awards at 57 kilos. Five to lead here on the restart. period number 2.
亲爱的朋友们，B台现在正在进行的是自由式摔跤65公斤级冠亚军决赛。红方哈萨克斯坦选手奥卡索夫在2018年雅加达亚运会上是获得该级别的季军。南方运动员印度巴布冉世界摔跤锦标赛亚军获得者、亚运会冠军获得者。
2 more for Okasov, 7-2 now. Just over 2 minutes remaining, and singing the praises of Bajrang most of the bout, but Mr. Okasov says, no, this is not his coronation. Oh, inside trip, catches it for 2. Wasn't the first burst, but the inside trip was there. Foot still there, and actually the trip completed for 2, 7-4. Right to the left side collar tie with Punia. Now the position changes. Wrist control, front headlock, changing positions. Try to drop down to that near leg. Wrist control to the far side. Changing off to that collar tie. Then with the snap. 7-4. Drops down. Uh-oh. He's got the takedown and a trap arm. So it's 7-6. Trapped on for 2. Now he's up 8-7. Under a minute to go. Going over for 2 more. Confirmed. 10-7. Over 2 more. Is it confirmed? 12-7 is the score. 10 straight points. Four and a half minutes of hard work by Okasov erased in a matter of seconds. Under 30 ticks to go here. 12-7 lead. Ten to go. And that'll do it. And a gold medal for India. 2019 Asian Championships. Gold medalist at 65 kilos. Bajrang Punia, India.
Okasov from Kazakhstan.
Can you hear this on talkback, or does that not work? Working parterre. Big points for Bajrang. Perhaps doesn't get as much credit as he should for his proficiency in parterre. They haven't updated the placements on the site.
What happened? Nothing?
They're not updating the We'll go to our awards momentarily. You want me to talk through these? You want me to talk through the awards? No? Okay. I'll just turn it off. It's an hour straight. Yeah. Plus, they haven't updated my results, so I couldn't say them anyway. How about my filler there? A lot about stuffed animals.
All right, folks, in case you're wondering, I'm
talking to the producer behind me. We're doing the awards, and this is where I'm taking a little bit of a breather. Because again, Sean Kenny couldn't make the trip, so this is kind of what we've got going on. So a little behind the scenes on how things handle. So all those coughs and hacks you hear, I'm leaving them in there for a reason. As right now, I've got on my screen the award ceremony coming up. Ramil Akhmenov from UWW standing here in front of me. I got the Brits next to me. So they haven't updated my ranking sheet, so I can't really read off your placements of the top 10. But again, our bronze medalists at this weight class, as you may have heard on the broadcast, Yuki Takahashi of Japan and Makhmujan Shabkhatov of Uzbekistan. Silver medalist Kang Kum-sung of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. That's DPR Korea, or as those of you in the U.S. know it as the North. I'm not allowed to say that internationally. And then Iran's Reza Atrina Garchi. Of course, again, formal name there. Hence you heard me say Islamic Republic of Iran, IRI. That's what that stands for. So in formal presentations, the full country name. So like here in China, it would be the People's Republic of China. And up until recently, the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, which is now actually known as North Macedonia, but that's in the European continental. We don't have to worry about them here. So this music, these speakers are right behind me. So they are just blaring.
Now let's welcome Gao Zhidan, Deputy Director of General Administration of Sport of China, to present the silver medal to the athletes.
So they get a mascot, a medal, a diploma. And now they're presenting the awards to Reza Atrina Garchi. I'm also in a very uncomfortable chair. I feel like somebody larger than me has sat in it and bent it forward. I feel like I'm going to slide out of it. So again, there's a giant speaker stack behind me. We wrestled 2 weights, 3 to go. Kind of heard the art of the filler there too. All right, we got an anthem to stand up for. So,
and face to the national flag of Iran.
Okay, here comes the Iranian national anthem.
员合影。
Let's welcome our present leaders and athletes have a photo.
That is so freaking loud.
有请获奖运动员及颁奖嘉宾退场。
Now please exit.
All right, so I've got my headset back on. I'm about to unmute the talk box here. So I've got a talk box, and I can hit the cough button. You don't have to do all those sniffles and sneezes. Yes, I was leaving them in there for effect. Coming up on 7:45 p.m. local time. Our opening ceremonies ran a little long, so probably at this point tomorrow or Wednesday we'll be pretty much close to being done. Now the biggest question is, can we get back to the hotel and get dinner?
Okay. Now the match 85 for men's freestyle 70 kilogram, the bronze medal match. Red Ibrahim from Qatar.
And we'll be back to action here shortly from
China.
Invengo Gymnasium on the campus of the Jidian University here in Xi'an, China. Jason Bryant here with you for the 2019 Asian Wrestling Championships. 5 men's freestyle weights today, 5 tomorrow, 6 days of competition. First 2 weights have been completed. 3 more to go. We will go to the non-Olympic weight of 70 kilos.
第85场自由式摔跤70公斤级铜牌赛，红方运动员卡塔尔 Ibrahim， 蓝方运动员中国袁绍华。
And we've got some local flavor, local being relative, it's a big country. Coming to the mat is Abdul Rahman Ibrahim of Qatar. Republic of China. This is Yuan Shawa. And there is Ibrahim of Qatar. In case you're wondering, yes, Qatar actually has a medalist here at the Asian Championships in their history. That came last year with the former Georgian Georgi Sakandalidze. It's the only medal Qatar has earned at an Asian Wrestling Championships. Again, looking for the quick dump. Is the 4 confirmed? 4 is confirmed. Oh, now another one. 2 going to be confirmed and looking for the fall, but they blew the whistle. They blew the whistle out of bounds, and Yuan Shawa looking very confused. So it's going to be 8-0 on the board. Crowd getting really into this. And I'm trying to work on that lace to end things early. Two and a bronze for China. Pleasing the crowd here in Xi'an. A technical superiority and a bronze medal from the People's Republic of China. Yuan Shaohua.
The winner is Yuan Shaohua from China.
That's the one thing about being in China. See, Chinese is one of the toughest names for a Westerner, or languages for a Westerner to try to pronounce. And thankfully, our broadcast partners next to us here for the Chinese language broadcast fine-tuned Yuan Shaohua for me. So thank you, gentlemen. Had the opportunity to say that right for bronze medal.
Next, men's freestyle 70 kilogram bronze medal
I'm sure
match.
Sean Kenny would have
Red Batar Bajakov from Turkmenistan and blue Yunus Alikaba from Iran.
Matches like that will pick up the pace pretty quickly. It's a beautiful facility we have here. It's kind of, you know, your vantage point here on screen. It's pretty new. It's really clean. I walked around up. It's not a full complete circle, but you can walk around and get a real good glimpse of all three mats here. The acoustics, I mean, it's just, when you get the crowd of Chinese fans sitting there chanting like we started the day, it echoed through this place. Just, it definitely gave you the feel that this is a sports facility that is definitely going to make its use here in Xi'an.
Now the second bronze medal
70
match
kilos we are
for
now
men's
having
freestyle, 70
wrestlers
kilograms.
introduced to come to the mat.
Red Batar Bajakov from Turkmenistan and blue Yunus Alikaba from Iran.
So coming to the mat in the red will be Batir Boryakov of Turkmenistan. Fifth at the Asian Games, down at 65 kilos. He's coming up, 30 years old. Ninth at the Eurasian, his opponent right there from the Islamic Republic of Iran, Younes Imami Chogai, 22 years old. Junior World Bronze Medalist in 2017. That was in Tampere, Finland. That was at 60 kilos, so he's put on a good 20 pounds. Excuse me, that's 10 kilos. 22 pounds if you want to be somewhat more specific, if you do the pounds thing. Imami, 19th at the World Championships last year. And Boryakov, gritty veteran.
现在是我们的第二场70公斤级35名的决赛。红方是土库曼斯坦的博尔加科。
Turkmenistan actually recently hosted a major sports festival. That was actually in 2017. I believe it's the Asian Indoor Combat Games. That was in the capital city of Ashgabat. Several wrestling styles were on display there, including this one, freestyle.
两个人的节奏还是很。 并没有看出。
And we've got 1 point on the step out for Imami.
跑出界外。现在刚刚开始，双方都在试探对方。
Arm drag. And Imami careful here. He almost got caught with a step out. You hear Golem Reza's voice just here echoing through. I don't know if we mic'd him up or not. He definitely sounds like it. And there's the passivity warning against Buryakov. And he will be on the activity period, much to the chagrin of the coach from Turkmenistan.
那现在我们看到那积分板上面，红方那边有一个倒计时，是从30秒开始倒计时。那这个就是要求他在30秒内进攻并得分。
And short attacks by Imami, but the onus here is on Buryakov to score as that activity period expires, and there's a point for Imami. And trying to hip in on the whizzer and flattening things out is Buryakov. Did they come up to the mat? Let's see what happens. One is going to be called, one red, one blue, and what's going to be the confirmation? One blue is confirmed. Again, 2 of the 3 officials have to agree on the call for it to be scored. Oh, nice little duck under by Imami for 2 more. That was pretty. Now trying to load up the gut. Elbow deep on the gut for 2 on the exposure. Ooh, if he could have finished it, he would have scored 2. But 7-0 now the lead for Younes Imami of Iran. 10 seconds to go here in the period. And there's the break.
30秒休息时间。
And as we mentioned, Younes Imami, junior world bronze medalist at 60 kilos. So that's 10 kilos in 2 years. So he's been on full feed. Of course, as mentioned, Buryakov also coming up. Buryakov still a little too damp for the officials' liking, so he will get wiped off. We go. Referee blows the whistle. Underway, period 2. Second bronze medal bout here at 70 kilos. Both these wrestlers were on the bottom half of the bracket and fell to finalist Mirokoza Kapanov of Kazakhstan. We'll see him next. Kapanov with the tech over Imami in the semifinals. Well, it was the quarterfinal win by Kapanov that knocked Buryakov down to the repechage. And Buryakov moved past Mahmoud of Iraq in the repechage. There's 2 more for Imami. Just a point away from the technical superiority. Looking to get elbow deep on that gut. Had the lock. Figures I'll just go end this on my feet, possibly. Step out or takedown will end it for a penalty point, but the first 2 are much easier to come by here in international wrestling. And there's 2 and the tech. Technical superiority and an 11-0 victory. We'll give the bronze medal, the second bronze medal, to the Islamic Republic of Iran and Younes Imami Shogai.
Freestyle 70 kilogram goes to Younes Ali Kaba of Iran.
And the final takedown that ends it right there here in Xi'an.
下面将进行的是自由式摔跤70公斤级冠亚军决赛，有请运动员、教练员、裁判员入场。
Next, the gold and silver medal match for men's freestyle.
And wrestling for gold here at 70 kilos, we'll meet Kojiro Shiga of Japan, 20-year-old Japanese national champion. Introducing himself with authority to the senior level. His opponent coming to the mat, Narkoza Kapanov of Kazakhstan, 21 years old. Shiga, junior Asian bronze medalist a year ago. 17th at the Junior Worlds in 2017, again in Tampa Ray. That was at 66 kilos.
自由式摔跤70公斤级铜牌赛。
Kapanov, 9th at the Junior Worlds a year ago at this weight class. He's a junior Asian bronze medalist.
日本 Kojiro Shiga， 蓝方运动员哈萨克斯坦卡马诺。
And perhaps one day
Gold
he
and
might fill
silver
out that
match
singlet.
men's freestyle 70 kilogram. Red, Kojiro Shiga from Japan. Blue, Narkoza Kapanov from Kazakhstan.
And underway here in our gold medal final. Shiga had victories over Chang of Chinese Taipei, Liu of Singapore, and Yuan of China to get here, while Kapanov knocked off Mahmoud of Iraq. I believe that was a forfeit, actually. And on the leg is Shiga. So Kapanov beat Boroyakov and Imami. And we got no scoring here. "45 seconds gone by. And attention. For Kapanov. Snap. We get another passivity warning, it appears, against Kapanov, even though he was standing in the center of the mat. And now he's on the activity period. Now he's up in on the leg. Covers in two, so the first time we've seen an athlete on the shot clock, the activity period tonight, and that's the first time it's actually seen some points scored by the wrestler on said activity period. And Kapanov was working in interesting lock there, trying to modified version of a trapped arm gut wrench. Wasn't a whole lot of wrench on it. And Shiga on the attack, gets to the leg. Kapanov trying to play a little funk here with some belly tilts and flattens out Shiga. We'll get a fresh start. 1:01 remaining here in this period. And snap spin, go behind. And we're going to get one, and let's see, we've got a 2 from the referee, a caution, and 1 confirmed for fleeing. So there you see the square go up in the top left of your screen. That is a caution. 3 of those you're disqualified. But instead of the 2 points, again, I don't think we could have scored that 2 because Shiga did not have the third supporting point down. He had the hands and feet don't necessarily, you don't have that. You got to have, again, a hip, a knee, an elbow, shoulder, a head. But they did feel he did flee the mat So that's good enough for a point and a penalty caution. Go to the break. 3-0 lead for Nerkoza Kaipanov of Kazakhstan. And we'll come back to the center. Period 2. Shiga, good attempt to get in. Now working double unders. What's he going to do with it? Anything? And Shiga now in on the leg. Oh, a little hip tip. And wow, it looked like Shiga was close to scoring. Kaipanov changed directions, nearly came out on top himself. Coming up on the 2-minute mark here in our gold medal final here at 70 kilos, our third of 5 weights tonight. We'll go 79 and 97. And Shiga, oh, great re-attack there by Kaipanov. Shiga was in on the single leg, it appeared, and Kaipanov almost with a knee tap. And just closes the distance and scores the 2. 5-0 lead now. Now Shiga again, single leg, and amazing counter offense by Kaipanov. I mean, there are not too many athletes in this world that could defend that single leg shot. Quite impressive. Now 7-0. Just really impressive performance here by Kaipanov of Kazakhstan. Got to be frustrating for Shiga, who has had really good offensive attempts here. Front headlock by Shiga. And Kaipanov again now shelves the leg, limp arms out, covers the hips, drives out, 2 on the takedown. Wow. Made it look easy. 9-0, 22 ticks left. And you can almost see in the body language there of Shiga, he's just dumbfounded. It's like, can't do anything here. Sweep again, rubber knee. Kaipanov going to look like he might be trying to sit the corner, or he's just trying to sit down and let the time run out. I don't think they're going to stop this one, but they've got the victory. They've got the gold. And Kazakhstan, Nerkoza Kaipanov will take the gold medal back to Kazakhstan, our host for the Worlds this year, but he will come away from the Asian Championships with the title at 70 kilos. And the victory lap, first time we've seen it tonight. Asian Championship. That young man right there, Narakoza Kaipanov. And we will take you down to the awards stand, and we will present our medals at 65 kilos. Back with more after this. Oh, ooh. Gotta find my other water now. See, this is actually the point where you get up and you have to use the facilities. So if you don't hear anything from me, that's why.
下面将进行的是自由式摔跤65公斤级的颁奖仪式，有请获奖运动员入场。
Now we will have the medal ceremony for men's freestyle sub-65 kilogram. Now let's welcome all the winning athletes to enter the podium.
获得65公斤级并列第3名的运动员是 Hasaki 朝鲜 ，Payman 伊朗。
The bronze medal winners are Han Sung-kim from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea and Payman Biabani from Iran.
有请颁奖嘉宾亚洲摔跤理事会执委托尼·洪明卓本先生为获得65公斤级铜牌运动员颁奖。
Now let's welcome Mr. Tony Tsukamoto, Bureau member of UWW Asia, to present the bronze medal.
有请颁奖嘉宾中国奥委会副主席刘国勇先生为获得65公斤级银牌运动员颁奖。
Now let's welcome Mr. Liu Guoyong, Vice President of the Chinese Olympic Committee, to present the silver medal.
印度 Baran。
The gold medal winner is Baran from India.
有请颁奖嘉宾国际摔跤联合会副主席卢兹耶夫先生。
All right, I'm back. Give you a little insight here. The research is actually fairly cut and dry. So there are things I do remember from other events, but mainly it's the UWW database where once we get our final set, then I'll take a couple sheets of paper, I'll half them, and I'll put the pertinent information in there. But right now the pertinent information is Bajrang Punia and the Indian national anthem.
National flag and the playing of the national anthem of India.
有请颁奖嘉宾与获奖运动员合影。
Finally, the group photo.
So as I was saying, got the sheet and I got the stats, and one thing that UWW's got a lot better is their results are now online, and you can go back and find. And it's, common opponents aren't as common as you might think as I talk over this extremely loud music. But that's kind of the gist of it. So I've got a notebook. I had actually written out a bunch of notes about freestyle for the first 2 days. So what I'm going to end up doing for Greco is the same thing, and same with the women, is have the historical stats. So in case we have situations where we have a first or the most recent champion hasn't been since like the 70s, like let's give you a rundown. So of the 29 countries, I can tell you that, Cambodia had a 5th placer in 2005. That's their highest place winner ever in freestyle. Chinese Taipei has 1 gold medalist. That was back in 1993. Hong Kong actually wrestled their first wrestlers ever, but now I got to get back on the headset.
And Blue Ling Zhuoping from China.
And welcome back here to Xi'an, China, in Invengo Gymnasium on the campus of Xidian University. 2019 Asian Wrestling Championships. Taking up the energy here. Oybek Nasirov of Kyrgyzstan. He's coming out here in the red. And his opponent from the People's Republic of China will be Lindsay Ping. 25 years old. 7th at the Junior World Championships back in 2014. That was a couple weights ago. That was at 66 kilos. This is at 79. And we are set to go here. Nasirov in red, Lin in blue. China looking for its 3rd medal of the night.
是我们的中国选手威慑到他了吗？
And referee telling Nasirov more action. 50 seconds gone by here.
希望他继续进攻。
Chinese fans getting verbally active here in the stands. And now Nasirov. An official warning for passivity.
看来我们的中国力量还是非常强大的。
And now there's the passivity again.
我们看到裁判
So Nasirov will be on the activity period. 30 seconds to score. If not, he will be Penalized 1 point.
吉尔吉斯斯坦的选手出手一个30秒的进攻。
And a minute to go, just as Lin hits a point for Nasirov's inactivity.
30秒进攻，好，抱腿。
Lin in on the leg, Nasirov trying to counter with the chest lock. Try to pop that right arm free. Scrambling, they're scrambling. Lin hanging on the leg. Elevates. Nasirov still trying to counter with the throw. Oh, steps over. He's got Lin in trouble, looking for the fall. Touche confirmed. Nasirov baiting him and getting the fall, stepping over and taking a bronze medal back to Kyrgyzstan. That one has left the crowd here in Xi'an completely silent. And Nasirov with the victory and the bronze with the fall. Just like that. Sat back trying to throw it through and eventually found a situation to get a step over. And the small contingent of Kyrgyzstan faithful.
Next, we'll have the second bronze medal match for men's freestyle.
Flips it over, hips in, settles, readjusts, plants, referee, slap of the mat. That simple, folks.
进行的是自由式摔跤79公斤级铜牌赛，红方运动员日本 Yuta Abe， 蓝方运动员哈萨克斯坦
Second bronze medal bout at 79 coming. This will be Yuta Abe of Japan and Galimjan Userbayev of Kazakhstan.
现在是第二场79公斤级的5到3比铜牌争夺战。
And here comes Mr. Abe. '18 Japanese national champion, and following him with a pretty glorious beard there is Galimjan Userbayev, 30 years old, 8th at the Asian Championships. Wrestled for a medal back in Rio. He wrestled for a bronze in 2016 at 74 kilos. Ultimately finished 5th, lost to Soner Demirtas of Turkey there. It's that weight class won by Hasan Yazdani. So Abe and Userbayev. Second bronze at 79. Here on our mats in Xi'an. Arm throw attempt. 4 going to be shove. Let's see, what are we going to score here? Because we've got confirmation crazy here. We've got a 4 and a 1. Just the 4. So just the 4. Now there's the 1. All right, so 5-0 lead for Userbayev, showing his craftiness as a veteran. Because that was just nice.
感觉日本选手因为刚才被我们的哈萨克选手一套连招，有点懵啊。
Hanging on the collar tie, Usurbayev. Ota trying to dig that, excuse me.
我们能听到了那个
Yuta Abe trying to dig that underhook and separation created.
叫日本选手
Just past the 1 minute mark here in period number 1. Usurbayev was chasing the sweep. Abe tried to go high with the, looked like he was going double unders and then quickly tried to drop down to the leg.
几次想压他的头，压哈萨克选手的头，但是都没成功。哎，要到没有。
Short attack and
站立起来了。
This is where Abe's got to be careful. Usurbayev has already shown his ability to pick up a big move and throw you for 4.
其实两个人的进攻欲望都是非常的强，但是我们能明显看出两个人的经验。
And driving in on the low double, going to get 1 point on the step out, so 6-0 the lead for Usurbayev. 30 seconds remaining in the period. Abe reaches. Usurbayev counters, comes back in. Hanging on the collar tie there momentarily. Now back to it. And we'll head to the break. 6-0 lead for Galimshan Usurbayev of Kazakhstan. We'll see Iran and India next at 79 in our gold medal final. And here we'll see the arm throw. And then the step out. Rather painful step out as you got you got foot swept and dropped on your backside, but you were already out of bounds. So let's just add insult to injury with the landing. Back underway, 6-0 lead for Galimjan Usurbayev of Kazakhstan. He's in the blue. And Yuta Abe, Japanese national champion, in the red.
我们总感觉哈萨克斯坦选手不停地在化解日本的阿布裕泰选手的进攻。虽然被逼到场边，他选择怎么处理这个爆墙。
Hanging on the leg is Abe trying to work up.
没有放。
Oh, got to watch that knee. That is in a precarious position. Usurbayev still fighting it. And there is a stoppage as that knee gets to a position, we call it potentially dangerous in other parts of the world. But that's what it is here. Abe reaching. Really hasn't done much to get anything beyond a reach. Not a whole lot of penetration steps. Not much success with them, rather. And charging, trying to come up underneath. Front headlock by Usurbayev. Again, Abe looking a little peek out. Abe snapped him down from underneath without any arms. Short time to go. And that big four at the beginning of the match was pretty much most of what he needed, but a bronze medal, 6-0 for your winner from Kazakhstan, Galimjan Usurbayev.
Now we have the second bronze medal winner for men's freestyle 79 kilograms, Galimjan Usurbayev from Kazakhstan.
下面将进行的是自由式摔跤79公斤级冠亚军决赛，有请运动员、教练员、裁判员入场。
Now we'll have the gold and silver medal match for men's freestyle 79 kilograms.
All right, coming to the mat.
Now I'd like to invite the athletes.
Gold medal final at 79 kilos. Faman Temuri of the Islamic Republic of Iran and Parveen Rana from India. Temuri, world military silver medalist, and in case you're wondering about that tournament, the guy he lost to was pretty good. Sabalov, Russian Federation, so those are the quality of that tournament.
Gold and silver match
Rana is a Commonwealth Championships silver medalist. He's 26 years old. Junior World Bronze medalist way back in 2011. Was 16th at the 2017 World Championships. He's 26 years old. So Temuri came out of the top side of the bracket and beat Nasirov of Kyrgyzstan and Lin of China to reach the finals, while Rana beat Denzen Sharov of Mongolia, Abe of Japan, and then Usurbayev to reach the finals. And passivity being offered, confirmed against Rana. 1 minute gone by here in our first period. Our fourth gold medal match. Both India and Iran with golds already, and there's 2 for Temori. Iran's Reza Atwinagarchi with the gold at 57. Bajrang Punia with the gold at 65. And Temori with the 2-0 lead, trying to control that center. And you hear pretty clearly the referee there saying blue attention fingers. You don't want to grab the fingers or interlock the fingers. Temori digs the underhook. Rana tried to escape the position by going sweep to the far ankle. 30 to go. And now Temori getting admonished with the attention for the fingers. And we go to the break. Just the 2-0 lead for Bahman Temori of the Islamic Republic of Iran. And here we'll take a look at Temori's scoring sequence. The first period, missed the single, but still chased the position. And there you see the fingers that the referee was warning Mr. Rana about. And Rana tried to go up underneath, got caught with the underhook. 2:28 remains. Still the 2-0 lead for him. Bahman Temori of Iran. Oh, snatches the low ankle again. Now Rana with the opportunity to try to capitalize as Temori could not finish his single leg attempt. And two scrambling here, trying to gain control of this position, and we will get a fresh start. 1:49 left. I believe the referee said this is not boxing. I think that's what we picked up off her microphone there. Halfway through the period, Temori, again, another good offensive attempt. Neither of these wrestlers able to capitalize on that position. Caution and one called for and confirmed for the fingers. So 3-0 lead now for Timori. Heavy snaps. Been a real game of cat and mouse for the most part. Rana controlling the center of the mat. Under 30 to go. $15 now. And Rana going to try to push the action to the edge, but not going to be enough. And Bahman Timori, Islamic Republic of Iran, will come away with a 3-0 victory and the gold medal at 79 kilos here in Xi'an.
The gold medal winner is Bahman Muhammad Timori from Iran, and the silver medal winner is Praveen Rana from India.
So Timori gives Iran its second gold of the night. And we will head to the medal ceremony at 70 kilos. Back with more from Xi'an after this. I feel like I'm a news reporter with that. We'll be back with more after this. Actually looking for some. Do you have any empty bottles of water down there, Max? Tell you folks, I'm gonna try to find some water. This is what we do during breaks.
下面将进行的是自由式摔跤70公斤级颁奖仪式，有请获奖运动员入场。
Next, we'll have the medal ceremony for the men's freestyle 70 kilogram. Now let's welcome the winning athletes to come up on the podium.
获得70公斤级并列第3名的运动员是中国袁绍华。
And the bronze medal winner goes to Yuan Shaohua from China.
伊朗 Yunis Alikuba
and Yunis Alikuba from Iran.
有请颁奖嘉宾亚洲摔跤理事会执委基迪博什先生为获得70公斤级铜牌运动员颁奖。
I'd like to invite Mr. Giti Bosch Shutrapapa, Euro member of UWW Asia, to present the bronze medal. The silver medal winner is Hajiro Shika from Japan.
有请颁奖嘉宾西安市副市长强小安先生为获得70公斤级银牌运动员颁奖。
I'd like to invite Mr. Chang Xiaoan, Vice Mayor of Xi'an City, to present the silver medal.
有请颁奖嘉宾亚洲摔跤理事会主席道列特先生为获得70公斤级金牌运动员颁奖。
I'd like to invite Mr. Tolipa Hono, President of UWW Asia, to present the gold medal.
请全体起立，升国旗，奏哈萨克斯坦国歌。
Please all rise for the raising of national anthems and the playing of the raising of national flags and the playing of the national anthem of Kazakhstan.
I think the announcer said the amazing, exciting anthem of Kazakhstan.
Photo between the medal winners and the medal presenters.
Coming up on the 2-hour and 15-minute mark of this. I can tell you this is the last time I'm probably doing this. So I've got my recorder actually set up. I could have, if I'd have brought enough gear, normally I bring a bunch more electronic gear, but considering the issues I had getting into this country, I didn't want to make my check bags or my carry-ons that much more questionable. So, just plugged into my trusty Zoom H6 with my lapel mics, so that's why that may not be the best quality from where you're at. It's definitely not the TV quality you're getting because I've got a headset on here, but as the podium is now clearing, they've got the athletes still up there. I think I've consumed about 17 bottles of water today. Wondering, I'm using a Giant Squid Audio double lav mic. It actually plugs in and I can clip it to other people's lapels. And so you have two lapel mics in one thing and I can just split the audio. It's pretty cool. It's the second one I've had. I broke the other one. This is what I used with the interview with Dominic Abinator, in case you're wondering. I mean, I know you're not wondering. All right, here we go. Mic's on.
The first bronze medal match for men's freestyle 97 kilogram. Red Satawat Kadian from India and blue Gao Haobing from China.
下面将进行的是自由式摔跤97公斤级铜牌赛，红方运动员印度 Satawat， 蓝方运动员中国高浩斌。
And our final weight class, 97 kilos, Satawat Kadian of India. And Gao Haobin of the People's Republic of China. And underway. Gao was 11th at the Eureka. So 2 more bronzes and a gold to go to wrap up half of this day and half of this men's freestyle tournament. And we'll get an attention here. Minute gone by here in 97 kilos. India, Kadian and Gao of China. And there's the passivity warning from the judge confirmed. It was from the referee confirmed by the judge. Gao on the shot clock, and now Kadian driving Gao out of bounds for the 1-point step out. 1-0 lead for Kadian of India. Minute to go, just the 1 point on the step out in favor of Kadian of India. Now low ankle, good attempt, couldn't finish. Oh, cross ankle. Well, at least that's what we call it in the U.S. There's 2 on the takedown. Apologies to our friends in Canada who call that something else. So 2 on the takedown for Kadian. And there's 2 on the driving takedown. Kadian picked the knee, drove it through, finished out of bounds. 2 more points here in short time. So 3-0 is a lot different than 5-0. And underway, here in period 2, a 5-0 lead for Satyawart Kadian of India. Chinese fans starting to get behind Gao. High pace for these big guys. And there's two more on the takedown for Kadian. Under 2 to go, the 8-0 lead for Kadian. 2 points away from a technical superiority. Pace is slowed a little bit. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. A lot of Kadian's success hasn't necessarily been with the crispness of the technique, but more or less the tenacity of the finish. Getting Gao into a compromising position and then pouncing. And there's a slip throw. That's not going to be two. Give Gao credit. He's still in there fighting the positions. But in that case, bad half shot. Kadian, got lazy with the spin behind, and Gao not going to give it up. Oh, wow, he's kind of a ankle lock. Gets two confirmed on the takedown, so even though it's academic at this point, Kadian looking confused, but confused no longer. He's got more points. That means he's going to win the match 8-2 and a bronze medal for Satyawat Kadian of India.
Now we have the first bronze medal winner for men's freestyle, 97 kilogram, Satyawat Kadian from India. Next, we will have the second bronze medal match for men's freestyle, 97 kilogram. Red, Mogamed Musayev from Kyrgyzstan, and blue, Alisha Yegali from Kazakhstan.
下面将进行的是自由式摔跤97公斤级铜环赛，红方运动员吉尔吉斯斯坦 Mogol Mosayev， 蓝方运动员哈萨克斯坦 Alisha Yegali。
8-2 is our final there. We got 2 more bouts to go. We got a bronze medal coming up on the bottom half of the bracket at 97 kilos. Rest of the weights will go tomorrow. 61 rather, not 60. 60 is not a weight anymore. 61. we'll get to those weights later. We'll meet Magomed Musayev here of Kyrgyzstan. He is in the red. His opponent, Alisher Yergali of Kazakhstan. Musayev, 30 years old. Started to represent Kyrgyzstan in 2011. Was second in the Asian Games a year ago. 24th at the 2017 World Championships. Yergali, 21 years old. Junior world silver medalist last year in Trnava, Slovakia. Yergali, a youngster, it's got a lot of promise, was actually leading Reza Yazdani 3-1 at the break in the semifinals before ultimately falling 9-3 to Yazdani. Yazdani beat Musayev. And Musayev actually had Yazdani in trouble in that match as well, so both these wrestlers had a decent amount of success in a loss. And there's the 1 point for the inactivity going to Yergali after Musayev was put on the activity period. And chasing the position on the single leg, Musayev. Musayev elevates. Oh, tried to come out the back door, and Yergali caught the ankle, creating a scramble here. Yergali still fighting the position, whizzing in, and now limp arming out two for Musayev at the buzzer. Essentially steals the period 2-1 as we go to the break. Good little scramble there. In Kazakhstan will be our host for the 2019 World Championships. The city used to be called Astana until about 2 months ago. Now there's Nur Sultan, named after the former president. The capital city of Kazakhstan. The city itself only about 20 years old. Back underway, the final 3 minutes of our second bronze medal bout here at 97 kilos. Magomed Musayev of Kyrgyzstan leading Alisher Yergali 2-1. With the Leopard of Jubar waiting in the bullpen. And Yergali tries to complete the sweep, gets extended. And we'll come back up to our feet, 217. And Kazakhstan taking exception to Musayev kind of pulling the leg there after the whistle. Yurgali got the body lock. And Musayev trying to go with a chest lock. Throws the chest lock through, gets sloppy, and Yurgali counters and gets the 2 to take a 3-2 lead. Heads are out of the zone, into the protection area. That means we'll come back to the center and get a fresh start. 1:42 remaining. And Musayev, his knee hurts. And will we see it? Will we see it? Yes. Cold spray here in Xi'an. Oh, it heals everything, folks. Heals athlete's foot. Heals a knee. Get a headache, cold spray. Put it on anything. All right. Back to action. Digging the underhook, Yurgali trying to push the action out of bounds. There's a step out, 1 point for Yurgali, confirmed. Now a 4-2 lead for the 21-year-old. Give it up 9 years to Musayev. As we approach 1 minute remaining. And Yurgali going body lock. This time Musayev trying to go with that double overs. Trying to go inside trip. Oh! Nothing doing there. Yurgali drops him to his hip as Musayev trying to go chest lock. 2 more. 6-2 for Yurgali. 36 seconds remain. One to go. The referee reaches in, slaps away the fingers. Deep underhook. Musayev tried to throw in a quick inside trip. Big shove by Yurgali. Short time. And that will do it. A bronze medal to Alisher Yurgali of Kazakhstan, 6-2. And he will take the second bronze medal of the weight class, clearing the way. 1 more weight to go, 1 more match to go here at 97 kilos. So the bronzes to India and Kazakhstan here at 97.
下面将进行的是自由式摔跤97公斤级冠亚军决赛，有请运动员、教练员、裁判员入场。
Next is the gold and silver medal match for men's freestyle 97 kilogram. I'd like to invite the athletes, coaches, and referees to enter.
And our last match of the day. Last match of the weight class as we complete half of our tournament. Coming to the mat, Banzul Ulzusaikan of Mongolia. He'll be in the red. 24 years old. His opponent, the Leopard of Jubar, 34 years old from the Islamic Republic of Iran. 2-time world champion Reza Yazdani. making another run towards 2020 because he's won just about everything there is to win in the sport of wrestling with one exception, and that is an Olympic medal. Going back to 2008, he finished 11th. In 2012, was in the semis before suffering a very bad ankle injury that forced him to default to 5th place. Didn't even get to wrestle the bronze medal bout. And in Rio, finished 7th, has been out of competition since Rio. Maybe something sparingly on the domestic level, but internationally, we haven't seen him since Rio. Trying to win his 3rd senior-level Asian championship. Reza Yazdani. One time, this guy was the best in the world, pound for pound. As we mentioned, the bronze medal bouts. Did find himself on his back momentarily against Musayev, and then a 3-1 lead for Yurgali in the semifinals before Yazdani hit a big 4-pointer and scored 8 straight points to win that one 9-3. Iran trying to win its 3rd gold medal of the day. Oh, nice little duck there for Ulsai Khan. Kind of cheated the corner, came out and tried to go cross ankle with it. You're seeing that variation of the cross ankle or the ankle lace a lot more prevalently at the senior level. Actually, I think you're seeing a lot more at the elite junior level and above. So 2-0 lead for Ulzis Khan of Mongolia.
The photos is okay. Looks good. My idea. My brain.
And there is Ulzis Khan going on the activity period with a 2-0 lead. And Ulzis Khan motioning to the referee that, hey, he bent my fingers back, man. Clock expiring. 1 point for inactivity awarded to Yazdani. For his opponent's inactivity, that is. 15 to go here in the first. Yeah, we talked about the pace of Bajrang Punia earlier in the day. The pace of Yazdani is also quite impressive as we get later in the match. And we will go to the break. 2-1 lead for Banzul Ulzis Khan of Mongolia, 24 years old. In that year at the Olympics in 2012, Yazdani was a heavy favorite before getting injured in the semifinals. Weight class ultimately won by Jake Varner of the United States. Final 3 minutes of the day coming up. Heavy snap, starting to get a little bit chippy there. And Yazdani again chasing. Olzasai Khan, 1 point on the step out. Confirmed. Mongolia's coaches thought about arguing for 2. And there comes the toss. That, from a strategic standpoint, maybe not the best decision, as you've got a 2-point lead. Arguing for the takedown, which would make it 4-1, but if you don't get it, you lose your challenge, and you end up holding up 3-2. Again, because if you lose the challenge, you lose a point and your challenge. And again, they do score takedowns slightly differently in the middle of the mat than they do on the edge. So, scoring actions on the edge, I don't know. It might have an argument because he did have the arm around the waist. They did score 2, so upon further review, it actually ended up being a good challenge because they get the challenge back and they do get the 2. So Olzasai Khan, they 4-1 lead. So other reasons why I'm sitting here and not officiating. Olzasai Khan starting to pick up his pace a little bit. And warning and attention against Olzasai Khan for hands to the face. Heavy hands on the head. Yazdani in on the single leg. Chases it, still can't finish. Wow. And we are going to get a step out, 1 point for Yazdani. Makes it 4-2. However, a 2-point takedown will not give Yazdani the criteria, as Olzasai Khan has 2 2-point actions, which in a criteria tie match is better than the 2 and 2 1s. Oh, good mat awareness there by Yazdani. Olzasai Khan in on the single, driving towards the edge. Yazdani wisely posts, and now this is not a good challenge. Yazdani ended up throwing his opponent out of bounds for the step out. Don't believe this is going to go the way of Mongolia. The challenge goes up on the big screen. As you see the officials and the jury there down in the corner. Okay, there you see a shot of it. So there you see that so this one couldn't have actually gone worse, because instead of just the one step out, they looked at it and said, yeah, you know what? Actually, see, the score changed. They should get the challenge back, but they actually went 2 and 1. So 2 for the takedown instead of the step out, and 1 for the lost challenge. So it's 5-4 in favor of Yazdani, and now Yazdani pounces. There's 2. The Leopard of Jubar with 2 more. So now 7-4, and that challenge just seemed to turn things on its head. As we're under a minute to go as we get a fresh start. And Olzasai Khan standing flat-footed as we begin the restart. Now 45 remaining. Chasing again. Good mobility from both these guys. The athleticism of Yazdani's never really been in question. Olzi Saikan, kind of emerging on the senior level. Still looking at the ref. Looks like he got poked in the eye. Frustration setting in now here in short time. Try to go up underneath. Yazdani countering with the front headlock. 2-1 in a third Asian Championship and the third gold medal of the night for the Islamic Republic of Iran. Your winner, he's back, folks. Asian champion Reza Yazdani.
Men's freestyle, 97 kilograms.
Seems like that challenge just changed the entire makeup of the bout.
And silver medal goes to Batu Uli Sakahan.
Here you see Reza Yazdani. He's definitely looked better, but he's probably just fine and dandy and happy with that gold medal. With that, Iran going to end the day leading the pack with 3 gold medals. India and Kazakhstan also with golds. We'll take you to our medal ceremonies at 79 and 97. But that'll wrap things up for me here from Xi'an. Day 1 of the 2019 Asian Wrestling Championships have come to a close. Be sure to join us on day 2. That is April 24th for 61, 74, 86, 92, and 125 kilos. For everyone here at the Chinese Wrestling Federation, our host city in Xi'an, and the United World Wrestling, I'm Jason Bryant saying we will see you tomorrow right back here in Invengo Gymnasium in Xi'an, China. All right, folks, and that's a wrap for me. So that's how I do it. I'm not going to stay through these ceremonies, but yeah, that's the gist of it. No, I'll never do this again. Well, maybe. I don't know. Doubtful. Now I need a beer.
The Short Time Wrestling Podcast is proudly outfitted by Compound Clothing. Shirts, singlets, custom gear orders, everything you need. Call up Cliff and the crew at cmpteamwear.com. Hey, you know what? Did you like the show? You want to hit that subscribe button, mattalkonline.com/listen. Various different ways to subscribe to the show on your favorite podcatcher of choice. And if you're already subscribed, you already listened, and you love the show, and you want to support this show and this network, mattalkonline.com/join the team. Become a team member today.